Broussard, is there any reason to doubt a Lakers repeat after their bevy of offseason moves?
No, look, I've been saying even before all these moves, I was saying they'll be better. Simply because Anthony Davis, with the confidence from winning a championship, is going to be much better next season, okay? So assuming LeBron doesn't fall off by more than a fraction at age 36, they're going to be better. And they already had the best duo in the league. And the question last year was, do they have the depth or supporting cast around them? Now they've improved their supporting cast and their depth. They got the two top 6 men in the league in Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell. Marc Gasol is a great defender, still a very good defender, even at his advanced age, and can spread the floor and shoot the three. The only thing they lost is some athleticism at the rim in Dwight and JaVale McGee. But again, Gasol and the others they've added, Montrezl Harrell, they'll be able to make up for that. They got better. And right now, they have got to be the favorites. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They're the massive favorites. Let me talk about Montrezl for a moment. Because Montrezl was asked to be the third most important player on the Clippers. He thrived in that role in the regular season. During the bubble, he gets there late. The loss of his grandmother clearly weighed on him. He was not good in the bubble, and it cost him a lot of money. But he is being asked to be the fifth most important Laker. That's first of all. Second of all, his biggest weakness gets covered up by Anthony Davis. The reason he was a tough guy to play down the stretch of games as your five is because the Clippers had no rim protection, and he doesn't provide it. If he's on the court with Anthony Davis, that is taken care of. So he will be better with the Lakers than he was with the Clippers. And can we show the Phil Handy tweet? Because this is the problem, or the Phil Handy Instagram. This is the problem for the rest of the league. Kyle Kuzma might be the Lakers' 10th man next year. Caruso, Markieff Morris, your 9th and 8th men probably. And that's the depth chart now. Jared Dudley just missed the cut. Talen Horton-Tucker as well. Here's the problem, Wilds. The rule in the NBA is this. If you're going to beat a LeBron James team, you have to annihilate them when he goes to the bench. If LeBron's teams can just play you even in the 10 minutes or so he sits, you cannot beat them. And now with the additions of Schroeder and Harrell, I also think Wesley Matthews will duplicate what Danny Green gave you last year. They lost Avery Bradley, but they didn't have Avery Bradley in the bubble. And I think Marc Gasol is an awesome addition. The Lakers are going to be fine when LeBron rests. And if you're fine when LeBron rests, then you lose because you're going to get beat when LeBron is on the court if you're the opposition. So, yeah, I think they are. I will take the Lakers. You can have the other 29 teams in the league. The Lakers are the favorites over the. They're not just the favorites. They're the favorites over the field. There's no question about it.
I totally. I feel like in the meeting of like all of the GMs, Pelinka comes out way up on top, and assistant GM Rich Paul. Real quick, hey, Warriors, we got Wiseman but lost Clay. Nope, you're not as good. Timberwolves got Anthony Edwards, and Rubio's back. I guess so. Pelicans got Bledsoe and Steven Adams, but Zion's the longest tenured Pelican. Kings got nobody. Spurs lost Bellinelli. The Suns got Chris Paul. That's good. Maybe the Suns make some noise, but we don't really think they're contending with the Lakers. The Grizzlies got Hazonia, but still too young. Blazers got Cantor and Covington, I guess, but last time I rooted for the Blazers, me and Broussard threw me under the bus. The Mavs got Josh Richardson. Ooh, Nick, maybe Dallas will do something. The Jazz got some draft picks and Derek Favors. OKC got Horford and a bunch of draft picks. The Rockets got Boogie. We don't know how good he's going to be. Maybe he'll be able to stop it. Denver got RJ Hampton. The Clips got Ibaka. And the Lakers got 4 great players. So, Brandon, to me, if there's going to be a challenge for LeBron, it's got to come out of the East because the West is making little moves. But when I'm trying to make a case for an injured Boogie and the Phoenix Suns, who haven't had a winning season since I was in high school, I don't know if that's true or not, but it certainly feels like it. It feels like the Lakers just keep on getting better.
Broussard, I think Wilds brings up a really interesting point, which is the teams in the West that got better are not contenders. And the actual contenders, I call the Clippers a push. You lose Montrezl, but you trade out Shamet for Kennard, but you bring back Marcus and Morris and you bring in Ibaka. Call that a push. The Nuggets lost Jeremy Grant. Now, I don't know why Jeremy Grant wants $60 million from Detroit instead of $60 million from Denver, but he did. That is a major loss for them. The Warriors, unfortunately, because of Clay, they stay in the non-contender category. Yeah, I think the Blazers got better. They're not contenders. And so the only cream of the crop Western Conference team that had a good offseason is the team that could have run it back and probably won the title anyway. So I think the Lakers are massive favorites in the West and significant favorites over whoever comes out of the East, barring if Harden goes to the Nets, which I don't think he will, we can reevaluate, but as presently constituted.
Well, let me first address Brandon's question about Montrezl Harrell with the Lakers. The problem with the Clippers was they had no leadership. As great as Kawhi Leonard is and Paul George, they are not leaders, okay? That's one thing they're looking for still. Montrezl in the Lakers locker room with LeBron as the leader, he's not going to cause a problem. I don't think that'll be any issue whatsoever. Now, to Nick's point, you're right. I mean, I think the Nuggets will be fine. Yeah, I would have liked to kept Jeremy Grant, but I think maybe they want to make more room for Michael Porter Jr., who obviously isn't the defender, but he's a very good offensive player.
Yeah, that's good.
The only team that had a comparable offseason and maybe better than the Lakers was the Philadelphia 76ers. And they're over in the East.
True.
And the question with them is, are their two leaders, Embiid and Simmons, mature enough? Mature, whatever you want to say, Nick. Yeah. Are they mature enough to lead a team to the finals? That is the biggest question.
And the Bucks had a good one, too.
They cannot.
And the Bucks adding Holiday is a good move for them as well. But again, they're fighting in the East.
Pretty good.
They're fighting in the East.
Yeah,
and so
not as
it's
good
just
as
like
Philly.
out West. I don't know who's going to have the honor of finishing second out West. I guess we don't even know who the second best team in the West is right now.
I'd say the Clippers are the
it's
second
just a tough
best.
spot.
Clippers are still.
Clippers.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.